Martin is back again. Let's get into it. So guys, this is my review of Mont Blanc Individuel. Okay, and this is my points on this one after wearing this for a full day. So ultimately guys, with this one, it does open quite fruity, quite sharply. You do get that, as I say, that type of lavender, type of raspberry, maybe a bit of vanilla in there, quite spicy notes in the opening. So for me guys, it's actually not bad. But then what happens in the dry down, you get this type of, again, if you imagine like a detergent type of smell, layered with a bit of raspberry notes. So it's okay, but then it just stays neutral on that point. It doesn't really develop beyond that. So if you were wearing this to work, yes, it's inoffensive. You're not going to offend anybody. No one's going to be particularly maybe complimentive about it, but no one's necessarily going to be offended either. So it's one of those things where you can keep it. It's safe. It's cheap. It's about £20. I paid for this for the 50ml, and I do know I believe there's 100ml, 75ml, and that is probably about another £10 more. So in the UK it's not necessarily that expensive. Also online you can probably get it quite cheaply as well. For me it's just okay. It does smell a little bit like dupe if you have had the original type of dupe. Dupe's quite strong, dupe's quite prominent. When you wear dupe, the sillage and the scent trail that you get from dupe is quite loud. I don't particularly like dupe because to me it's a little bit dated, a little bit too loud for me. But this to me smells like a slightly watered down version of dupe. It's not as strong, but at the same time it's more of a safe scent. As I say, that type of raspberry note you get again, but it's more linear. There's no real change, there's no development. For the amount of notes that go into this one, I'm surprised there's not a bit of a difference in what you smell, but it does smells fresh. It's okay for the summer, it's okay for spring. It's just a so-so fragrance. I have to probably do some testing to see if this is one that I would actually get any compliments for, because I don't really know if it necessarily stands out enough for that. I mean, even longevity wise, you're getting at least about 4 hours in this one. It's actually quite good. Even though it's linear, for me and my skin, it's still solid. Again, it's not projecting like a beast. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but at the same time, you are getting actually value for money. It's not actually a bad one. Some people have mentioned that it's similar to Creed's, I think it's original Santal. Maybe to some extent, but obviously the price of that one and the price of this is two different things. Obviously Creed fragrance is a lot more in depth, but for me, for this one, it's okay. It's not necessarily one I'd go crazy about. For what I paid for this one, I probably won't buy another bottle. This will probably last me for long enough. I've got so many fragrances now, it's just no point. Yeah, that's really it on this one, guys. It's just so-so fragrance. It's okay. It's inoffensive. It's got a raspberry note maybe slightly in the top, on the dry down, with again like a layer of this type of like fresh detergent smell, clean, fresh, but it's just not necessarily a banger as such. Okay guys, so they're my thoughts on this one, Mont Blanc. For me, even out of 5, I probably just give this probably about a 3. I mean, for performance, you get a good 4, but the overall fragrance ultimately, just because it's a bit plain and a bit boring in today's day and age with fragrances, yeah, it just probably get a 3 for me, guys. So that's my review of this one. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you have this one in your collection? Is it something that you'd recommend? Thank you for the comments, likes, and subscriptions. Let's keep it going. The channel is growing, guys, so we got to 400 subscribers. Thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it. I've been doing this channel now only for probably realistically for about 2 months, maybe 3 months, but 2 months has been like really pushing with the videos. So I'm trying to stay consistent with it, guys, and the channel is growing. So once we get to that point, we're hitting 5, we're hitting 1,000, we're just going to keep it going, guys. Thank you. I do enjoy the support. Keep your comments coming. For those asking about the Zara fragrances and those little boxes, blue boxes, I can't say unfortunately I've seen it yet. I've not been to Zara recently to see them, and it's definitely not on the websites in the UK at least. So I'll keep my eyes open. Sometimes I've noticed guys with Zara fragrances, what they'll do is they'll put them up on the Spanish website and it's available there. And when I've tried to purchase them before they've arrived in the UK, it wasn't possible. They don't allow you to do that, guys. So that's the way it's going. So ultimately, guys, keep it coming. Thank you very much for the likes, subscriptions, and I'll see you guys soon.